coming into this game free, I want to see them put more emphasis on pushing bot lane and a strong jungler to fight around those dragons, because I feel like the failures that game was kind of the reason why those early dragons went so well for BDS, because he constantly had to push in that lane.
I mean, it was those 3 pushing lanes that gave BDS a lot of merit to stand on in its entirety. So let's see if they can draft something similar. Now, it's going to be a very different kind of game because a lot of those go button junglers are gone. Maokai and Trundle now sit among them as well. Sejuani, Vi, Wukong, Xin, you can see those are like S to A tier junglers.
Yeah, Ice on the Pantheon as well is going to come up a little bit more.
That's an important one,
That's a champion that has kind of went under the radar, these draft phases. Price globally right now are a little bit up and about. Some people really think it's the best jungler. Some people think it's more of a game 3, game 4 jungle globally. So we're going to see if it's going to come out here for either Heretics or BDS. I would think that is one of the high priority picks, and I would like to see it at least.
What is the Victor setup for you? Like Victor fishing for what here, Finn, if you've got any ideas on the mid lane ban? Because that's an unusual early ban.
I mean, to me, that's just a comfort pick for Nuke. Nuke has great team fights on the list. Also, there's Seer being taken away, as Analyst has highlighted. That is a strong pick here in Europe. And we're going to see that with a K'Sante first pick from Heretics. This is a champion Carlsen has played a lot, but it also allows yourself to be a little bit more vulnerable. This is the pick you pick when your mid lane doesn't want a first pick, your jungle doesn't want a first pick, your AD doesn't want a first pick. So the top laner has to take the bullet, pick that champion, pick that tank to make sure the draft flows nicely.
And if we've been talking about swaps all this series, we know that K'Sante might feel like one of the strongest swappers left. Now, Skarner's been picked up here by Boukada. A lot of the time there's been pairings of things like Orianna. That's not available. And Azir has been taken off as well. So the biggest question will be, how do they help facilitate this jungler? As Ambessa, something else that can rely on the setup of Skarner, would be nice here.
I do like this Ambessa pick if it comes through for Rooster. I feel like Rooster once again is that guy. He is him for BDS.
He is that guy.
He's putting out a lot of damage, and into the K'Sante, once you get those CGR breakpoints, especially at level 11, when you get that extra armor pen on your ult, 1 to 2 items, you start shredding that K'Sante. And crucially, it's really difficult for the K'Sante to land the end topo strikes on the Ambessa, hard to run her down, hard to catch her in the same way it can do in many other bruisers. So really like that pick for Rooster. And his answer with the Leona.
Long range.
Stend. And I feel like this is one of those champions that, in fairness, is like a game 3-4 champion because the engage becomes quite difficult to come by. Rel is out, Nautilus is out, as Alistar and Rakan are out. So taking that Leona early is one of those crucial picks that are kind of left in that pool of engage champions. I
like the thought process here from Team Heretics, and now I'm just wondering, like, do they get a jungler here? Do they get a solo laner here? What's their direction? They go for Yone.
Okay, we are back to AP junglers. It's time for AP jungle for Sheo. They're picking the Yone mid, they're picking K'Sante top. They're setting up for something like a Brand. I want to say an Ivan, but like Brand Lily is what I'm looking at for Sheo in that 4-5. Didn't really work for them last week against SK. They're going back to it. They're going back saying we can still do this, we can still execute on this. I am cautious. I love to see Sheo with a lot of agency. And I feel like when you're playing those kind of AP junglers, you're kind of stuck farming a lot and your windows kind of dwindle a little bit. You don't have as many of them.
So will it be something like the Ivan instead that is a little bit more supplementary? I like that you raised that. We saw it hovered before. Or is it something like the Lily? Let's get into those questions in a little bit, because for now, for BDS, they have options. They can ban ADs here, go for AD on 4, slap it because they've already got their support. Or they start banning like some of these AP junglers that you were talking about. Zyra starts first, Brand, Lilia also on the agenda.
But I feel like banning these AP junglers is like pouring your cup of water into the ocean. I feel like there's so many of them. You can't ban out all of them.
That's true.
I feel like there's Zyra, there's Brand, there's Lilia. Does it really matter that you ban these AP junglers?
Where do you come up with this stuff? Like, pouring a cup of water in the ocean.
I mean, it's true, no? Because like,
it is.
Because now he's just going to pick Brand or Lily anyway. I don't think he cared which one I got. I feel like you're better off banning those AD carries that Flakked are comfortable on, because I really think Ice being on a carry is crucial for BDS. I think Ice is, to me, still the star player together with Nuke. Those two carries in tandem is what gives BDS their teamfight presence, and I want to see him being put in the best position possible from draft.
Oh, well,
Jinx being targeted. I love that ban. Heretics. I feel like Jinx, game 3 Fearless, is just such a menace.
So what do you have left? Like, Kai'Sa's already been picked, Zai's already been picked, no Aphelios, no Corki. There's double AD carry ban plus Yunara plus Varus.
I think Sivir, Zeri maybe. I'm not Zeri is still that
Sivir's
good.
gone.
Sivir's taken out as you.
Zeri?
I mean, you can pick Zeri here, but
Senna?
I mean, it's not a bad idea to counterpick your AD carry because you could pick your mid laner here. You don't really carry. You see the Yone already. Why would you pick your AD carry unless you think there's one really crucial one? Like the MF together with the Neeko would be a good pairing, I think. But yeah, they pick the AD carry. They wait and see a little bit what Flakked is gonna pick, and they go for a really rare last pick AD carry counterpick.
And the question is, what is going to be left up and available? Because Flakked and Stend are going to show us how they're going to pair that Leona. Normally it's Ziggs, right? You know, you also want to see AP jungler. What if we get a Ziggs bot? Or is it too much AP? If you have something like a Brand, have something like a Lilia.
I mean, you can choose. You could go tank jungle and Ziggs bot. I think that's a valid approach to take. But I think they really want these AP junglers. It does seem like from the beginning of this draft, with that Cassandra, it's gonna be the Brand back in the jungle into the Skarner. It is a quite nice interaction with the Ezreal. I mean, Ezreal being picked there, but Brand into Skarner. It's really hard for Skarner to engage with your E because you can just EQ him, stun him, and then walk away. Put him on fire. Pour a cup of water into the ocean and nothing can extinguish that fire.
Yeah, as we've seen, that's not always the wisest approach. So, Team Heretics, interesting draft. You brought out the Zeri before. Finn, that's locked in, and a wise choice, I guess. We're really getting down to the Caitlins of the draft, the Neelas, the Sennas. Zeri's the last option.
Yeah, I mean, look, your Ambessa is diving, your Neeko is diving, your Skarner is diving.
You dive too.
Your Ryze is maybe on the side end. You want an AD carry that can kind of self-peel a little bit because there's going to be a Leona, Yone, Cassandra looking to get onto your buttocks. Fights. And you really want some AD carry that can kind of self-peel, kind of play on her own, kind of create space for herself. And I feel like most AD carries that are out, or most AD carries that are in, are kind of these immobile AD carries that kind of just stand there and just allow themselves to get went on. So
you can't follow the play. Yeah. That's well said. I think for BDS, like, this is a comp as well, but has a lot of go buttons that can move. I mean, we saw last game, like, while the Talia wasn't moving across the map with the Weaver's Wall, it was a big part of it. And for Nuke, he has that option again here with the Ryze to help facilitate that dive, that all in. But on the other side for Team Heretics, Finn, there's a lot of scaling here. The top side of the map scales incredibly well in team fights too. It's interesting drafts because, again, Sheo's at the helm. We criticized it, said, hey, when Sheo needs resources, it doesn't always look good for Team Heretics. This game he needs resources. This say you'd say Kamiloo would need that as well. I don't know where you sit on this one, but the drafts are ultra complex. Well, they're complex enough for me. Ultra is a bit of an overstate. It's now a best of one. The loser of this has serious ramifications. Team Heretics, their life on the line. SK sitting in our VIP booth, waiting to see if BDS can carry them through, or their year will come to an end. It's a single game that decides how long of a vacation SK or Team Heretics have.
Stakes are high. Everyone is holding their breaths. See what's gonna unfurnish. No, unfurnish.
No,
what am I
leave
saying?
It. What is going to be furnished and unfurnished?
I'm thinking about IKEA, man. I'm so Swedish. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Parus standing here holding the river. I don't imagine we're going to see an early swap here. I feel like it's quite difficult. Sure, you can put your Cassandra into the Zeri and Neeko, but that kind of relies on your Ezreal and Leona getting an out push. And I feel like it's not going to be that easy to push out against that Neeko. I think they're going to keep that bot lane push going.
Some of the comments coming in from online saying that they think Team Heretics running a Korean draft. I don't know where you sit on that one, Finn. I guess, yeah, but like, I don't feel like Brand really sells LCK for me. I actually feel like Brand sells Sheo and a few junglers across the world when we were in that AP meta. But for BDS, I guess I got correction that BDS was a more Korean draft. Look, anyone could be in Korean drafts, let's be real. I think the biggest takeaway, Finn, is that...
How much English are we speaking in this game?
Yeah. I guess that is the real question, isn't it?
Let's see, here we see Neeko starting to land the little blossoms. I don't know what they're called, the cube, but...
The blooming
Stend
burst.
is gonna walk out, try to get a little bit of lane pressure here. The Zeri, obviously, early game not being the strongest AD carry, really wants those levels. He's looking, lands the Q, gets the double outside in the grass block. Nice trade by Rooster. It's really about trading grass blocks here. Like, you don't want to play Cassandra against Ambessa and then you get a grass block for free. Then you feel really diminished as a human being.
I mean, you don't want to feel diminished as a human being, do you? What do you think here of taking Grass versus Aftershock in the matchup? You think because you're trading more of Grasp rather than Aftershock for like an Ambessa?
Look, as a general rule, if you're going to be trading a lot of chip auto attacks, Grasp is the better rune.
Yep.
But if you're playing more for the all-in, then Aftershock is the better rune for K'Sante. Yep. And because Ambessa is always going to chip you for Grasp procs, you can usually get one back. So in this matchup, I do quite like the Grasp. I feel like it is the better option. The one we see most globally. You can go for Aftershock if you really want to, but then you're really forced into those WQ trades, and it's quite hard to land those on Ambessa due to her super high mobility.
Actually, very true. And ever since they changed it where K'Sante can only go one direction, it's very telegraphed now as well, right? It's just the direction you're facing, and you never really get the full extension of the cooldown off as well. Now, Carlsen did recover a little bit in that top lane matchup, getting the push in, but I think Rooster's going to be fine catching the wave. I'm not sure where the wave's at exactly from this camera angle, but things are quite even so far. I feel like that's the power of K'Sante as well, right? It's like, he's just such a meatball at all stages of the game.
I feel like Rooster's taking really good trades, so I feel like he's the one in control in this lane. He has now the slow push, it's going to be quite hard.
Good engage, Cleanse comes out. Stend does go in deep for this, but the Blooming Burst won't be enough of a trade, and that is one summoner down on Ice.
It's quite nice by Stend to find that Cleanse Summer Split. Suddenly Ice is way more vulnerable to a flash Q by the Leona. Also, you cannot cleanse the Ignite anymore, so that gets a lot more damage value as well. Really good pick there, and now I have to be a little bit more careful in case Sheo decides to show up there.
As you said, Rooster's trades are not only good, they're great. Like, Carlsen was trying to Q in the Topho strike for the wave, but it was punished well. Rooster gets everything off, and now the wave's chunking in, and Carlsen is in some kind of danger, depending on how this bounce back goes.
Rude.
That's so rude.
So rude. Cancel a recall like that, and how dare he? I think Sheo should cancel it again and just dive him now.
Yeah, do it. Oh.
Dive them, punish them.
Now kill. Carlsen, good sidestep back.
Sheo's recall got cancelled 2 times there. He lost 15 seconds in total. That's really sad.
That's not good, is it?
What do you do in 15 seconds, Hysterics?
15 seconds, I reckon I could go to the kitchen, press my coffee machine, and get it cracking, put a bit of stevia in, and walk back. That's 15 seconds.
15 seconds?
Yeah. I get a cup. Cup's right there. Turn around, hold down.
Are you speed running that or what?
No. Well, I'm doing a little jog. The kitchen's not far. I don't live in a mansion. Like, I'm not Hugh Grant, you know? I'm just some dude living in Berlin.
Imagine I was casting with Hugh Grant right now.
No.
Without knowing.
In my mansion. Yes, my apartment is 350 square meters. I live above Paris Hilton. Like, bro, I'm not that well off. Lane swap, by the way, is Team Heretics, as Carlsen was low on mana, so time couldn't come too soon. Especially with where the bot wave is, quite neutral for the time being. So it's going to give Carlsen time to...
He gets to hold the freeze though by Flakked. I feel like he's quite happy with that. Rooster just dropped his wave. We dropped 1 melee minion, maybe 2 melee minions. Will the 3rd melee minion die?
One.
That's the 4th one. That's the 4th one. That's the 5th one. That's 5 melee minions.
That's nice. Parus flashes out. Nice from Stend. He commits a Shield of Daybreak, but no Zenith Blade. Well, he wanted to, but Parus was already gone. And the good thing with Ezreal as well is you can just auto-attack and try and poke with Mystic Shot.
No flash on Paris Hilton will be quite difficult to approach against this Leona now.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry I set you up for that, Kamiloo. It all takes a room prison, but it must have been down from Nuke, as far as I see. Now, Finn, I'm about to sneeze, but I'm holding it in just for you.
You're so kind. I will take over here. We have the slow push on the Ezreal. They're trying to land pokes now, but the game is slowing down quite a lot. Heretics got that early freeze, and it did gain a big CS lead, all because of those missed minions that they were able to deny from BDS. And seems like the game is going quite solid for both sides. I do like Heretics' rotation there. I feel like... actually, what am I saying? It's just nothing is happening.
Good. You're doing the classic caster thing where nothing's happening. You just talk through the game and you pretend like, you know, everything is interesting right now. But look, that's not always going to be the case with League.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like Heretics were ahead in the bot lane, but BDS is going to catch this wave. They're going to be like 70 gold ahead, which is... it's exciting.
There
70 gold, you can, what can you do with 70 gold, Jake?
I can buy another pod. I think they're about 40 cents each, so if we convert it into Euro cents, I could buy almost 2 pods of coffee. I could probably buy some milk. Milk here is cheap. It's actually a lot cheaper than Australia. Man, milk in Australia is very expensive. Okay, invade time. Sheo loves this side of the map this series.
Yeah, I do like Stend's position. No flash on Parus, as you remember. It's quite difficult to fight there.
Boukada's taking him with him, though. Stend Aftershock absorbs so much damage. Flash, Shield of Daybreak, and with the Seer, it becomes a stun. Into the Fate Sealed. Boukada's burning. Flashed on. Dead.
Oh, that was gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous by Heretics. Look at that CC layering. I would love to see that again. Boukada cannot move a centimeter away from that combo, layering all it perfectly. They just saw that play and they all committed. That was a great team play and a great call by Stend.
Kamiloo on his Yone, getting an early lead. Watch the replay how this
look at this.
combo
Stend
was
finds
so
the
nice.
flash Q, E, and now it looks like he's gonna walk out. He gets pulled back, he's walking out, and then BAM! Q flash, EQ, W, and then the ult comes out, and now he chases down and he's burning, he's burning, he's burning.
Will that kill? No.
Oh my god, that was a beautiful play. That's just beautiful League of Legends play by Heretics. What great team play.
And if Stend hit that Zenith Blade, Ice would have been in kill threat as well, or at least summonerless after the trade. So Team Heretics off with the lead, that invade again. And I think we've talked about the invade a lot in this series, where Sheo is constantly using pressure from lanes and getting in the way.
Yeah, and I feel like when we talked about Sheo on AP Junglers, we said that he needs more help from his team to make it work. He suddenly can't be the one sacrificing, and I feel like this move by Stend and Flakked having that push is exactly what he needed to make his AP Junglers work. He needs his laners to step up and push those leads so he can have these invade timers.
Hex Flash into Zenith Blade doesn't work. Nuke none the wiser here, but regardless, Boukada's going for his own little invade with mid pushing up as well. Sheo's not going to be here in time, and even though it's that slow, I say that Stend is moving down. Boukada doesn't actually get the red buff in the end. He's over a ward, so with that pressure, Boukada just has to back off. He moves to the tri-brush, and there, the denial of the invade is good from Heretics.
Carlsen is taking his fight to Parus Hilton. Flash.
I mean, wait for the flip back. There's the all-out. Wait for the path maker. Damage huge. Parus dead. The Cassante action is back again.
Someone called Showmaker who's crying, man. What is that play? How can a top lane just 1v2 enemy bot? If Jack was there, he would cry and I would cry for him. Beautiful play by Carlsen, finding a crucial avenue in that 1v2. No flash on Parus, walking up a little bit too far, disrespecting the power of the Cassante. And now it looks like Heretics is in full control of this game. Probably going to try to get this dragon as well.
Do you think the all-out Pathmaker is a bit too much damage with true damage? 10 to 80% based on your channel time is bonus true damage. That's a bit much, no? I
mean, it's quite easy to dodge, though. You got to really turn it off the Q.
But if you're slowed by a Natofo strike...
Yeah, that's a different issue, man. That's a skill issue.
No, that's not. No. It's like a 4-second cooldown.
Cassante is not OP, guys.
Sure. We keep coming back to
not this Psyop.
He's much better than he was before, I'll say that. As teleport in, BDS really want this dragon.
Yeah, Heretics struggling to get this dragon. Now they're going to try to go for mid. Look where Flakked is. Sheo is just regrouping on his side. But now we have this weird situation. We have 2 people on mid. Oh, 2 people on mid and 2 people on jungle.
Where are you drawing?
No, okay, they're not going to this Drake. He's running straight towards top. They're going to dive this Zeri. Every second BDS stays around bot side means this Zeri is in danger.
Rooster might be as well. The ult misses, but the fake seal does not. Kamiloo hits them all. Rooster needs one more auto, and down he goes. Kamiloo outplays. Solar Flare slows down. Neeko Realm warps down. He's got a flash available, but he doesn't have enough damage here. And again, BDS's play is thwarted.
Great pick by Stend. Really, really crucial. Stay around there. Like the obvious play here is for Stend to base and go back to his Ezreal, but he stays around, camping behind Kamiloo, expecting Rooster to go something with the confidence of Parus being behind. Oh, public execution misses, and that means he is one for the fishes.
Kamiloo, again, another kill for him. I feel like this is not the first time we're talking about Yone, right? Like, Kamiloo's Yone. Yeah, we did have, he was perfect KDA last time we saw it.
Man, that kid's got hands, man. I don't know what to tell you.
He does have hands. Surprisingly, I feel like Kamiloo has taken a lot of the flack. Him and Flakked, ironically enough. But it's just been this split. There is a good step up here, and again, right when they need it. 1,500 gold lead and 2 kills onto Kamiloo. Blade of the Ruined King in sight, and that's not the only item we should be talking about. With that dragon up and available, Carlsen has an Iceborne Gauntlet. Leandri's for the brand. Trinity Force soon to come.
He's pulling him.
He's proxying right now. Rooster struggling to get to the wave that's coming in.
Leave him alone.
The Tofo strikes are annoying, and with Iceborne, Carlsen is just stepping up and denying.
I mean, Heretics has full control of the game. Look at Carlsen is proxying top. They're gonna get this dragon. Leandri's finished on the brand. Only components on Boukada. I feel like he's gonna have to give this one. Walk towards Topstead in a walk of shame. Walk of shame.
The walk of whoever Shane is, it's his walk. Brand does neutral so quick. think the thing that's always underrated with AP junglers is like how early game they just destroy a lot of these like early grubs, like, you know, Brand's AoE, Baron with the passive as well, excuse me, Dragon. It's just super simple. Team Heretics, first Dragon of the game. And yes, you know, we are glazing them here in this game because I think it's very well deserved, and we've seen multiple games like this within the series where BDS have struggled to kind of keep up with some of these invades, some of these more aggressive coordinated plays that have been shown.
Yeah, and I feel like BDS needs to decide if they want to play around Ice or Nuke. Because I feel like either they leave Ice alone and really play... Oh, never mind.
And it's Max. Stend knows with Shield of Daybreak. And as well, a true shot barrage. Parus could be in trouble. Waiting for the cooldown. Stend, Zenith Blade is in 3. Shield of Daybreak is up. He's got Ghost active though, with the Unsealed Spellbook. And a Fate Seal not needed. Flakked gets the kill, but now Boukada's here. And Impale, that's great, but they need the damage. It's going to come from Ice. It's going to come from Nuke, who's sitting there, whomping away. Boukada's burning down with the Ignite, with the Seer and Health Power as well. He's not dead yet. Team Heretics have a lethal tempo user up and available. It's Flakked, but after an arcade shift, his journey stops there. It ends up being Sheo who goes down, and Boukada lucky to be alive.
Scrappy game here in the jungle of BDS. 1 for 1. I feel like no really winners in that play. I feel like they both just came out somewhat apathetic about it.
Yeah, they did. I mean, in the back of the players, ignore the mini-map zoom. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, look at Parus getting caught. He flashes it, but he doesn't flash over the wall, so now he's stuck there. And Heretics thinks they can catch him really fast. But I think maybe they go a little bit too deep here. Sure, he used both summoner spells, but maybe a little bit of Suncoast Fallacy there on Stend, trying to go really deep. But now your brand is in a really weird position. Sure, he has flash, but where is he gonna flash, man? There's enemies on every single side, and I think it's a miracle Heretics got out. I think that W by Sarah missed, so they could have continued the chase.
True. I think Flakked did a good job of recovering that with his Ezreal as well, but Nuke one on the board. Nice from BDS at least to punish that. And you have to admire that Boukada, with that Impale, his playmaking is going to mean so much here in this final game of the series. 35 seconds still heralds up, and his Impale will be up alongside it as well. No flash, but Skarner has an entry in. I'm looking at other holds here, Finn. I see that BDS will have all theirs. I see Kamiloo with his Fate sealed up and available. This should be a big fight with those first items well and truly on the board, just pending on whether Ice can catch up as well.
I mean, Ice on this Herald, definitely. I feel like this is the where the fight's gonna be.
Yep.
I feel like right now he's waiting. Does BDS want to cross-hunt this Herald, or does BDS want to contest? Because I know where Heretics wants to be. They want to be on that Herald, and now BDS has to make the call. But these constant plays by Sheo makes it really difficult for BDS to find a footing in this game. Sheo is constantly living in this jungle.
And with the Pyroclasm as well, even though that's a good Impale, look at the damage. The burn is unreal. Sheo at full HP. Boukada can't say the same, and Parus is now low. Boukada will heal this up, but that Herald is just an easy move at this point. Well, BDS have to overcompensate.
Sad Scorpion.
Okay, never mind. Fate Sealed, going to be used. Nuke can't get in range. He's flash available, but again, he's not going to commit.
They're trying to cross-map this Herald, but I feel like really good thwarting by the attempt here by Kamiloo, just ulting out, realizing he's going to have to give it. Probably this tower will have to die, but Sheo is actually here. He doesn't want to go Herald yet. He wants to make sure his mid lane is fine, that his mid lane can catch this wave, and that this tower is not BDS for the taking. But now, BDS does end up with the tempo.
Yeah. And as well, they got teleports as if they have to move Nuke too. Kamiloo is going to stick around for the time being. Carlsen has pressure in top in the meanwhile. And mid is actually going to get a push in. Ice just backed. I don't think it was over a ward, but still, that's going to give a free mid push in. As meanwhile, Cassante things happening here. Rooster, good side step away.
Look at these beautiful wards that Stend has pushed. 1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, tres. And Parus did not sweep them. He didn't sweep them because he didn't expect the wards to be that deep. So now, Heretics is playing with so much extra information on the whereabouts of BDS. They have full control of the jungle vision, and they have full information of what they're gonna do.
I hear you. You're not wrong here. Solo play used. A little bit weak here from Stend. Pop Blossom coming out though, but Sheo's just firing, standing and delivering an easy kill. Parus caught out. He didn't even get the flash, and even though Stend misses, there's just so much pressure, so much chain CC from this Heretics lineup.
And it all stems from this vision, because they know exactly where Parus is. They know exactly which path he took, where he walked, and where he's hiding to try to secure this mid push for his team. I mean, really, really good words by Stend, and I really like the fact that he decided to go that deep just because he saw Parus on the bot side after the Ryze ult.
Well, Stend, however, now might be caught out by Boukada again. He's not going to pull the trigger. For BDS, they really need something here in this game because it's hard to keep talking about Heretics like this. They are making the better plays. They are being more concrete. And, you know, Finn, we've got a 2-item Yone on the way. He's the one that's tried to be focused by BDS multiple times in the side lane. The rest of the map is still gearing up to be ahead. I have a Cassante in the top lane who's almost at 2 items, and an AP jungler who's 1200 ahead naturally because of the earlier kill and because of the fact he's farming absolutely unleashed.
I feel like BDS needs to include Rooster a little bit more in their plays, because I feel like he's actually getting really strong. He's about to get his Shojin item.
True.
And that's like really when Ambessa, like that 2-item core level 11 forward, when she gets that all that armor pen from her old passive, that's when she really starts shredding people.
Yeah.
And she really wants to be in this fight, to be able to follow on these impales or these pop blossoms from Neeko. If they can accomplish that and bring her to the fight, I feel like they could have avenues where they can actually punish BDS. But right now, because Brand is always in their jungle, they're just following wherever Heretics is going, and that's going to be the bot side river for now.
And mid turret goes down with it. As you said, bot side river's going to follow through because Team Heretics have their eyes on this constant invade. Dragon's up too, and as Carlsen getting damaged by Rooster a bit here with Eclipse and Shield Bash. It's nice, but Carlsen is going to accept this wave, might be able to TP in himself, but the problem is Dragon's going down so fast. And with mid going down in the chain, Finn, it's double Dragon for Heretics.
I mean, it's just too late. You can't walk in now. Despite having this nice top lane state, you can't use this Ambessa right now. Skarner really wants to get his camps. He's really sad this game. He just wants to get his top set camps. Like, please.
He wants
Give me a crump. Give me a crump of gold.
He wants heart steal as well, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what can he do? You know, right now he's not eating good.
Tries to defend his bot side tower. Kamiloo hits it a little bit. Will end up standing for now. Stend is basing. Let's see where he opens. Does he go back into his bot side, or is he going to go try to get ward on the other side of the map? What do you think?
So, I mean, before I answer what you think, it's 19 minutes in. How concerned should I be for BDS? That's a question I need to ask you, because in this game they have good scaling. We haven't really talked about how it ramps up to the mid game. Like, Team Heretics have a gold lead. Naturally, we're going to favor them going into the mid game, but I need to know how BDS operate, because you said Rooster needs to be involved. You said BDS need to start making plays around him and using some of his engage, some of his snap.
Okay, so
what are you
2 dragons
yep.
is an inconvenience.
That is an inconvenience. That's
3
good.
dragons is a threat.
Okay.
They are not yet at a threat, and they can actually still kind of stabilize this game if they manage to stop this 3rd dragon being taken. If Heretics gets this 3rd dragon, suddenly there's a dragon spawning at the same time where Baron and Upcon is about to come on the map.
Soul Flare, hang on, Seer as well, that's a double stun. The public execution going to help Rooster get out, and yes, he is out now. True Shot Barrage also flew through, but that top lane has burst out. He might have to TP to come on in if he wants to fight for something like the Atacon that's now spawning. Now, what you were saying, 3rd dragon is a problem.
No, I mean,
we're not there yet.
I mean, two dragons is an inconvenience, and the 3rd dragon, that's like when the threat is really suddenly. You don't really want to go Baron if they get soul points. You don't really feel that good about it, or the Atacon, and that's really when you have to kind of get dictated around these objectives. Right now, they can still play cross-map if they want to. You can give this dragon if you get a really big gold lead because of it, but in general, you really want to control these zones. You don't want to go too deep. You don't want to get picked off for objectives, because you need to start fighting with your comps. You need to find flanks on your Neekos, and that they can best can follow up on.
Okay. I'll just hold on to that timer at least, but it's still not looking that great for BDS, and we haven't seen that much engagement with Nuke either. We haven't seen, outside of 1 or 2 Realm Warps to try and catch Kamiloo, who ulted out. That's kind of been it. Ice has just been scaling up 2 items almost on this AD carry, who is keeping measure with Flakked. That's a positive right now, and Ice is that kind of carry who you can rely on for these late game team fights. Mechanically, he's got it all there. This is the moment.
I mean, the gold is not really like stagnating right now. I mean, the gold is kind of slow for now. It really will be these like the big goalie, the difference is going to be in this Brand that's just constantly living in Boukada's jungle.
That's true.
And I feel like BDS can't allow this to happen anymore. They got to like face it together. Someone's got to drop a wave, you know, to make something happen. I feel like someone has to sacrifice for the game to stabilize a little bit. And that's the issue, right? No one wants to be that guy right now.
Yeah, I'd be annoyed. I'd be Nuke looking at Sheo on the other side. His old jungler and saying, man, I remember how good this guy is. Kamiloo getting ganked by the new jungler, though, and up against the wall. The damage won't matter from the turret, so the public execution lays in nicely. Pop Blossom of Fate sealed out. He gets out. 1 versus 3. He has to commit ult, he has to commit flash, so Kamiloo will be losing his bot turret. It is still a good play from BDS, but hold on. Team Heretics here.
He's gonna get back into the action. I think he's gonna recall there and then keep it back. Sheo might try to do this Atacon now, knowing there's no ult on the Skarner, no ult on the Ambessa, no ult on the Neeko. Use free ult and you barely got a Yone.
TP coming in as well from Nuke on the top side of our screen right now. All members around Atacon. They didn't even get the turret. BDS need to get the fight. This game sitting on the edge of this set objective. Sheo taking so much damage, but Carlsen zoning off the rest of the team. Kamiloo goes up. He has no ult, remember, all flash, but he's burnt up Rooster as he gets low now at 5.5k. BDS getting closer to the objective. Solar Flare is a whiff. Team Heretics are low. Ice is free hitting in the back. It is secured by Heretics, but look at Ice. He's just trying to auto and kill Kamiloo. He can't do that. Rooster jumps in as well. Gets Kamiloo, but the trade is big. Carl runs at Ice, sends him out of the fight. Now BDS are without hope as Flakked is tempo heaven. Carlsen takes number 3, and the all-out from Heretics is just what they need.
All-out carnage from Heretics. Really, really well played. I love the fight. I love the start of the Atacon, and they just pull them in. Look at Carlsen is walking at the entire 5-man of BDS, daring them to go on him, daring them to attack him, saying, I am here, are you gonna go through me or past me? Misses W, but now look at what Carlsen does. He's just in there 1v5 and he's gonna find the all-out here onto Rooster and then force Ice off. And this is what allows Flakked to go forward. Sun and Nuke is alone and Parus is a non-factor. And Flakked splashes forward, finds the pick, and Gesante goes back in.
Nice from Carlsen. Nice! Okay, the nerves are there. I mean, the energy as well follows through. Team Heretics, that fight not only net the kills, but the Atacon picked up. We've told you so many times about Goldust.
He's in danger.
This is not free.
He's in danger.
He really is. He just used everything as well. Wait for the 3-4 second cooldown as he tries to run away. Public execution gets him out under turret though. Solar Flare flash away. And Rooster now summonerless, ulti-less for a bit as well. But Dragon's up. Third one for Heretics. They're also looking at the turret, also pushing mid at the same time. BDS are on the back burner here. Their life is not at stake, but SK must be hating the way this game is right now as Ice. Okay, he gets out. Kamiloo, instant under turret. Remember, it's not over till it's over. As Carlsen now needs to run away as well, but Boukada's in the way. Wait for the Impale, unsolvable for the time being, but as he runs for his life, Boukada has the slow, gets the Impale, and Ice is getting to shred through the all-out use, but he's not that strong, Carlsen, for his life. He will still die. Turret goes down.
No, give it to Ice, man! That's a huge shutdown going over to BDS. Really impatient by Kamiloo and Carlsen trying to look for that play.
Ult.
Your team is doing
Is it over or not? I mean, Ice is close to see, it doesn't connect though, just out of range. Pillar of Flame, also Ice with a good dodge.
Look at the top. Nuke has been pushing during this whole time. Yeah. He got the first tower with the bounty, and now looking for the second one as well. Don't mind my squeaky little lines, but he's trying to get these towers. Might ult out, he is fine.
But that's a big throw. I mean, Baron's up. Carlsen's not up for 20 seconds. Baron's spawning. It does feel like for BDS, I mean, waves maybe not in order here, Finn. They don't feel confident starting it with Carlsen having TP.
Yeah, they're probably not going to start it, but it's a lot of time and a lot of gold and experience back.
It is,
Look, Ice is now level 14. He's soon back to level 15 to match out of Flakked. Kamiloo just went a little bit too deep there. Overzealous and impatience. I think the game is in your hands here. You just got to let it play out, but still the third Dragon. Dragon Soul is up in 4 minutes. Now, once again, Heretics, you need to slow this game down. The game is still within your grasp, but you did slip up a little bit.
So, it comes back to the old saying. That's quite new, actually. No game is won till the Nexus falls. And in our region, that is always the case, okay? Heretics have come back from a 13.5k gold lead earlier in this year. I think it was either against BDS or it was against Rogue. I cannot remember the team.
It was the Vitality tiebreaker.
It was Vitality. So, it's always possible. As Baron spawns, I could say this will make or break the game, but it depends what happens in the following events after.
Just gotta do your steps, dot your T's, cross your I's, or whatever you say.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you gotta do. You gotta dot your T's, cross your I's. Perfect. That's exactly how this series has gone. This is how it will end as well. Kamiloo's going to take top turret. They got 3 grubs, super easy. BDS will not step up for this one. Instead, it's trying to get vision around Baron that is completely controlled by Heretics. They are still in the driver's seat in this game. They are on Soul Point. They've got 3 minutes to play for that. If they delay the Baron, Soul for Baron is also something they have in their wheelhouse.
Yeah, I mean, you can see how tense everyone is. No one wants to be the one that makes a mistake. Right now, one mistake will make or break this game. Players are on the line, and no one wants to be that guy. So you really feel the tension in this game. You really feel like they're all a little bit on knife's edge right now. Ice trying to push in this wave, trying to get a little bit of control back into the top side river, but look at Stend and Kamiloo. They're looking for someone. If they go too deep, there might be danger.
Carlsen, level 16 for the all-out. True Shot Barrage doesn't do too much. Hits Parus on a whim. He takes a little bit of damage. Carlsen still not afraid. Double buffs available for all of BDS for worth mentioning. There is defensive vision here for Team Heretics around Baron, but BDS finally get control around River as the next wave channels in. 2 minutes till the Dragon corresponds.
And this is the hallmark of a tense game where both teams are really nervous. When neither top lane goes down to push out.
Solar Flare, hold up. There's a Stend's blade as well. Boukada's only got Stend for the time being. Kamiloo ulties into a Skarner, and it doesn't hit. Talk about nerves here. That's 2 ulties down from Heretics.
Now BDS will try to take a little bit more space. They realize now they can maybe pounce on this mistake by Heretics. Once again, Heretics getting a little bit overzealous, trying to get a little bit too much. Can BDS punish? Can they get something out of this, or will it just be another stagnation?
Do you feel like Carlsen should be in a side lane here, Fearon? I mean, like, he's covering around mid there, sticking around for the 5v5. He doesn't want to be late for the TP. Waves are being ignored, but now Nuke finally goes and responds to bot. And it looks like Kamiloo will respond to top.
I mean, the thing is, like, in these games, you're really scared that your team will be picked off. So as a top laner, like, if I go bot lane now, my team will really struggle to retake these areas, because either your support Leona goes in that's not that tanky, or your Brand, right?
Right, okay.
So I feel like either Rooster or Nuke realize that, like, okay, this Cassandra needs to be with his team, and the Yone is not really pushing out the bot lane. We should go there, and just like that, Nuke did that. He went bot.
Yep.
I think he didn't even ult bot. He just went bot and got that free tower. And as Dragon is coming out, bot lane push is really important. If you have that push, just really set up all the flanks for your teams, or at least put pressure on them to really retake more fast, more rapidly. Now Carlsen is trying to be here, trying to match, and it's all gonna come down to this Dragon. Now, BDS can choose to give this Dragon and cross-map it for the Baron.
Do you think that's worth though,
no,
Soul?
I think they really want to be there fast now. You see already, Rooster's coming down to be there early. He doesn't care about this top lane wave. He wants to be there for the retake when the Skarner walks in. That Impale public execution combo, that is what we're looking for, followed by the pop blossom. That is your avenue for BDS. That is exactly what you need to do. And they find it. Look at Carlsen, he's on the flank, taking space in river.
TP going to be used from Nuke to get into the lane. Carlsen going to walk into a clone. Flakked Arcane Shift out of there immediately, steering Rooster. A public execution that could change the game here. Carlsen runs in immediately into Nuke. The flip back doesn't work, so now he's in harm's way. There is the Pyroclasm. It spreads, it's good, and there's a bit of damage. However, it's not game defining. BDS are up in Baron area.
You have to go Baron here. BDS has to go Baron, but does Heretics allow it? No, they're gonna send Kamiloo to stole the Dragon and then retake. Really clever by Heretics, leaving their mid laner alone on Dragon so they can actually kind of contest it still. But look at the Neeko. The Neeko is on the flank. He's trying to find it. He's walking around, he's looking, he's pouncing.
I mean, will it matter? Stend, Solar Flares in, Zenith's Blade, it doesn't matter. There's a smite. They get out with the Realm War, but they abandon 2. Baron and 1 down. In the meantime, Heretics almost take Rooster thanks to the burn. Kamiloo has found his way over into Nuke. He's going to disapparate.
Really confusing by BDS. Are we getting out or are we getting in?
Yeah.
Like, half the team stays to do it and half the team just ults out to safety. And now there's suddenly 30 minutes where the Skarner's down. Sure, you got the Baron, but you're not really going to allow it to
go. Soul.
I'm telling you, Hysterics, this game is going to drag on because they're not going to siege with this.
It definitely will, because Soul now picked up. Yes, Baron is there. As you said, no Skarner, no engage, no pick, no setup. And Kamiloo found his target, ult, whiffs. Okay, that's my Yone. Kamiloo, he gets through the shield, and rather the Zap does, but he gets out regardless. Kamiloo definitely likes bananas here in this game, but I won't put it past him. He still had some impressive combos otherwise. There's the fact that he's alive, I think, is the big takeaway. Boukada's now also up and available, as BDS is going to try and show us what they can do with this Baron.
And now BDS is going to get the siege opportunity. Kamiloo has the base, the sides were pushed in, but now they kind of have to give up some control. 1 tower already for BDS. Can they get 1 more? Top lane tier 2 is really low on HP. They could look to make a short rotation over there with Skarner back on the map. And this game is really tense. Hysterics. All the players, I think, are shaking their boots a little bit. They don't want to lose this.
Their boots must be getting loose. Good Mystic shot. Flakked knows. Boukada into a wall. He finds Kamiloo, who is motionless. Kept in the middle. Nuke gets the kill. Okay, BDS's Baron now getting more and more valuable. Next wave coming in through top. It's a 4 versus 5 as Kamiloo getting caught out there is not what you want to see. Zenith Blade. Stend going in. Dangerous. Nuke beside him. Stend running for his life. Parus looking for the follow-up to flash away. Meanwhile, this fight with Pyroclasm out again. It bounces, it sears, it helps. The flip back is good, but Team Heretics struggling just to get the defense here. Wave clear minimal. Boukada sets up for the ulti. They get one, looking for two. Stend is up next with a Realm Warp, with Ice, electrifying. You out of range of Carlsen, but he gets the Rune Prism regardless. Flakked still alive. BDS with 4, and Team Heretics hit the dirt. Flakked's trying because BDS are low, but he's run out of juice, he's run out of steam. BDS get their siege alive.
I can't imagine. I want the Heartbeat Monitor for SK backstage right now. They must be scrambling for anything. BDS are finding these plays where I don't think they should exist. Why are you trying to defend the top lane tier 2 that is clear to death? You don't have your mid laner, you gotta give this tower. Sheo gets engaged on a Stend ends up falling. This could have been terrible for Heretics. They do end up defending together with Flakked and Carlsen. They do end up stopping the siege here, but wow.
If gold is even and we get to an Elder, I would say BDS don't give a crap about Cloud Soul. And they'll say, well, if we get Elder, if we can flip the game for Elder, then we can win a fight with Ice. We saw Ice in that last fight, Finn, 4 items strong. He pulls his ulti out, he surges them, and he electrifies them all.
I mean, the thing is, BDS, Heretics comes is really good at killing tanks.
It is.
They can go on the Skarner or the Neeko. Neeko's not a tank, but they can go on the Skarner with the Leona and force them out together with the Yone. But if they try to dive the Zeri, he's so...
Oh, Hex Flash, Ice. Ice is deep! Zenith Blade, Shield of Daybreak. The sun comes down, but Ice flashes out. He's alive for now. He has to pop the ulti in the meantime. True Shot Barrage tags him on the outro. Nothing's up for 2 minutes 30, but Ice is now flashless for the next big fight.
No flash on Elder Soul, and look at this. Baron and Elder, they're spawning at the exact same time. It's gonna be a tense moment, and you know what matters most of both spawn at the same time? Mid lane push. That is where all the teams is gonna end up, and we're gonna see a crucial battle. I would love to see some Ryze mind games next fight, because I feel like that is your best avenue for BDS.
BDS also have to keep note of this cooldown here on the bottom of your screen. That was also plunged into its CD in the last fight. Team Heretics get River nice and early here. Minute 53 before this game seems to be decided. Before Heretics can lock in their cross-play opportunity, or otherwise BDS save a brother in SK. It comes down to potentially one fight, and Stend has been good at trying to pick off elements. He does it again, Hex Flash, but Rooster is very wise.
Stend has been ferocious this series. He's constantly finding these flanks, constantly looking.
Oh, Ice stepping up.
No
he goes over the wall. Stend is looking for the chase, but now they've just got an open mid lane with no wave clear. Ice is going to try and come in a new angle with Impale. Sheo went too deep over the wall. As he goes golden, he's let the fire in, but Kamiloo brings them together and claps the cheeks. The all-out pop down from Kasane into Pop Blossom is just too late. Team Heretics, they took a chance and they deliver.
And it's Sheo and Stend once again spearheading these fights.
Finn, Team Heretics had one chance, one series, one game. SK was in the palm of BDS's hand, but they fell short. Team Heretics, it was up to them, and they have secured their place in the cross playoff match.
Wow. Wow. What a series. What a performance by this Heretics lineup. The ability to stay calm in these games. Even in game 2, when they were falling behind, I think they made so many great plays. I feel like what I see from Heretics is a team with, although some moves here and there, they are very coordinated. I think about that CC chain in the topside jungle. I think about their picks on the side lane. They are so creative and so precise with their buttons. And I feel like the growth that this team has showed us this entire year is just immaculate. And I'm so happy to see them in the playoffs, because I feel like this team is forever reaching new heights.
You can vote for your key player of the series, Sheo, Flakked or Stend on Twitter, by the way.